Timmy turned off his Super Nintendo and looked at the clock. It was done with Castlevania sooner than he expected to. It left him some time to tinker with his PC, install the games he bought, check out some examples from the programming book, and maybe play a little something, waiting for his friends to come over.
Alright. Oh, that's what happens when you leave the discs in eject. Eject. Alright, expand memory. Alright, what should I install first? That's the question. Um, let's do Eye of the Beholder. Yeah. I mean, that looked like the coolest of the bunch of the games. Let's look at the manual real quick. Page 1. I don't really want to read through the manual. I just want to make sure I know how to install it. Rulebook, data card, sewer map poster, discs. Okay. Data card contains information on how to load the game and how to play it. So maybe I should look at the data card instead. Yeah. This is the manual, but it's not going to tell you how to install it. Data card. Should be it. Okay. The chair below describes how it's formatted. Okay, blah, blah, blah. You must keep disk 2 in the boot up. Oh, it depends. I think I have the 3 half-inch ones. So I guess I don't really need it. Okay, cool. Install the game, place disk 1 on floppy drive A or B, access the drive tab, install, and then enter. Okay. Pretty straightforward. So, disk. Okay, let's grab it from its plastic. Disk 1. Go to A. And then install. We're installing from drive A, the 3.5 inch. Install to hard disk. This is not okay. C. And we want to do it in Timothy slash. Oh, can I not do a subdirectory? Oh, okay. We'll install it into I for now. Hmm. No, yeah, okay. No, definitely not just on C, but on CI. Exploding. That's so dangerous. Let me open up this Coke while it turns on. Alright. Next disk. Just gotta be patient sometimes. kind of weird that they call it discs 3, 4, and 5 when there's only 3 of them. I guess for the bigger floppies that don't hold as much storage, there were 5 discs originally. Alright. Let's see if it works. Let's switch to C. CDI. And then start. We want it to be VGA. We have adlib. Yes, let's use the mouse. Cool. Seems like it's working. Okay. I have a lot of stuff in this main directory, but I don't know that Dad or Mom actually use it. Let's just keep it where it is. I don't want to mess something up from the floppies. All right. Okay, that was quick and easy. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Yeah, let's go that. Huh. No. No info. Wow, this is a very short manual, huh? That's about it. That's the Sutter Grail Diary. Oh, wow. There's like the Indiana Jones Diary. That's cool. That's gonna take a long time to read through. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna wing it. We're gonna start with disc number 1. That seems like a good idea. Switch to A. See what's in it. Install seems the right idea. You must specify hard drive to install. Okay. Install C. This feels like an under one that's probably going to copy on the main C drive. Okay, insert disk 2. And disk 3. Okay, while that finishes, I guess we can do Pull of Radiance next. But this reference card is going to be it. Yeah, okay, place this one, access it, install, follow the prompts. I suppose it's going to be sort of the same. Right, to run type CD ND3, then type ND3. Oh, that is very annoying. .256 is what they said. I How do I pause again? Maybe I just did the wrong. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. Just in E3. Let's see what happens if we do this. I'm to translate the parchment section. Oh, this is the protection. Okay, let's see. Got a code wheel. No, sorry. No, this is still full of radiance. Where's the Indiana Jones thing? Translation table. Okay, we're looking at section 3, row U, column 5. Section 3, row U, column 5. Square HDI. Oh wow, they really stop you from doing anything, huh? Okay, well yeah, it's working. How do I quit though? How do I use the menu? Does the manual say anything about it? Bypass the cutscene, restart the game, pause the game, reposition instantly. Exit game, Alt X. Okay. Alright, that seems to be working too. Switch to Pool of Radiance. And I think there's just hit install. That should take care of it. I think CGA is the best one of these. Ooh, I know what has the solution. Let me dig up the Flights of Fantasy book. I think they mentioned it much earlier on. What are the modes? VGA is better. Okay, these are the rotation. Color depth resolution. The adapter. It was much earlier in the book. Plot simulators, programmers view instead of VGA. Color graphics adapter was released. Ooh, no, EGA. EGA is definitely what we want. PC sound, floppy A is 3.5 inches, master drive is A. Let's not make one. Full intro, finished, yes. Begin full installation. Uncrunching. And then, how do I run it? I run it by going to pull red and typing in start. Okay. I gotta say, they say PK unpack fast. Doesn't seem that fast to me. Pick one, pick 29. Okay, no, they're doing different things. Okay. I was worried maybe it was looping or something, but well, might as well look at Carmen San Diego while we wait for this one. Getting started on IBM. You do A and type Carmen. That doesn't look like we have to install. Oh, this is an old game where it does like 5 or something. Is it still Dust 2.0 or Dust 3.0? Maybe it doesn't need any installation. We'll fit it in and sort of see what happens. If Pull of Radiance ever stops. Man, can you imagine how long this would have taken back in the day? Let me get Flats of Fantasy out again. I wanted to check those two examples once this installation is done. So what we need to do is to change the directory to that with the code from disk in the book, enter the chapter 3 directory, open the C, pcxview.project, and then run it. Boy, I hope this finishes before my friends come over. And we have 2 more discs. I hope we don't have to install those too, but we probably do since I said full install. Oh. Oh, finally. Oh, I guess there's only 2 discs. It's not gonna take too much longer. Hmm. Oh, I may have set this up wrong. Okay. Just put in the same disc back in. I don't know why. Maybe it's another one that came in more discs on different platforms. What if I do this? Disc 2? Alright, yeah, that worked. Wow, they really didn't bother to even just reworking the installer. They just put 2 floppies on one bigger floppy, huh? Master disk A, so that would be the first one. Okay. I'm curious, what was in here? Yeah, disk A and disk B. Okay. Let's switch to Polaroid. Way too many files. I assume I can't do anything about the DAX. Start. Start is what we want to do. Full of Radiance of Forgotten Realms. Ooh, okay, let's do the code disk. So we need the outer ring S4 rune. Am I supposed to be able to recognize it? Like an backwards F. Okay, yep. To a B rune. Probably this one. And then read the word under the path. Copper. Oh, there's 3 different paths. I see. Okay, yeah. From the inside to the outside. The word is copper. Alright. Yeah, let's just exit to DOS. Okay. That's 3. Let's check out where in the USA is Carmen San Diego. Right, no, I need to switch to A. Okay, what's in it? Can I just run it with Carmen? This is the original disc. I don't understand what you mean. Hmm. Oh, there are multiple discs. Okay, let's try again. So disc 1 doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe reboot it. Let's try this again. Right. Must have entered the wrong disc. That must have been the problem. What do I call it? Carmen US. Oh, right. No, that's not the directory. It's Timothy Carmen US. Okay, inserting disk 2. And a quick note from Nick here, just coming out of the Timmy facade. This version is slightly anachronistic because the version 2.0 came out in 1994. But here's the thing: if we're ever gonna play this game, which is not gonna happen soon, but if we're ever gonna play this game, the other one, the other floppy that I found of it, was actually a 5.25 inches disc, and I think that's the problem. Um, the Internet Archive tries to collect the images of all of these discs, and you try to find the best version that you can. But sometimes what you have is a bit slim pickings. So we're gonna go with the slightly newer version instead, and that's fine. And going back to Timmy. All right, just one more. And disc 5. Okay, exit DOS and type Carmen from within the current directory. Sound device, we have a sound blaster. Save the configuration and exit. Yes. Carmen. Nice. Okay, it's working. Okay. So, what we should now do is go into Borland C. Let's start this again. Or maybe just going to Flats of Fantasy. Edit read me. Oh, no, right. Flats of Fantasy. That's what happens when you don't use something for a few days. You forget how it works. Okay, installation. You must install to use the install program. The files on distribution disk. Share the installation. Install. Yeah, I have installed. How do I open the IDE? Maybe DPMI? It looks like it might be. It's in the bin directory. Right. No, it's dear. Pause. Yeah, let's try BC. .exe. Alright, yeah, this is it. Okay. We should also load the Flats of Fantasy disk. Guess the mouse is working. How do I go one up? How do I go on to a project? Open project. Maybe there's some project files in here. Walkman 2. No, do not save this. Alright, now what did the book say we were supposed to do? Because we really gotta just practice things to remember them. Oh. Open already. actually go back. How did I install the code from the book? Did I do that correctly? What's it? There we go. Creates the 7 following subdirectories. The Flet's fancy files are copied to appropriate subdirectories. Okay. Maybe the chapter 3 stuff would be under general? There was nothing to do in chapters 1 and 2. But for chapter 3, chapter 3 directory. Well, let's run Walkman for now. Oh. 16 errors. That's not good. Hmm. How do I close this file? Why do I have two? F10 menu. Well, it just gives me up there. Let's go back to A. But we want some time to switch to the DOS shell so we can. Okay. Why does it say declaration syntax error? Or declaration missing? I can scroll the windows. That's how I do it. Okay, close all. Maybe there's a difference between the files. Environment. What if... Let me try again, open project. It's still running with a bunch of errors. I think this is because it's trying to run the files instead of the project. Like, this is the PCX class. What does the book say about what I'm supposed to do? Maybe I need to make? No, they're still giving me errors. Try opening just walk, man. Does that change anything? Just ask for it to run. No, still a bunch of errors. Alright, coming out of Timmy again. I think there's just something wrong in the way that I have installed this Borland compiler, because I think it's just not reading the standard C libraries, or it doesn't know where they are, or something. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna delete it and reinstall specifically Borland Turbo C++ from a let me just add this to my folder correctly. C++ via these other disk images that I found. image. I want to load it up. Portland Turbo C++. General failure reading driving A. Abort. Fail. C. Well, let me pause and try to find a different version of Borderland Turbo C++, or one that I can actually successfully install. In fact, tell you what, I'll meet you again on the other side of having successfully installed Borderland C++. Alright, so as you can tell, the installation has finished. I bet this is the problem that we ran into. When I installed Borderland C, I probably forgot to just add the path. So I've taken a screenshot of this, but we need to add files equals 20, and to make sure that ctc bin is in there. We're going to skip the tour. Let's go back to C, edit config.sys. Since files equals 20 is what he said. And then in all of them, we should list path equals C bin ctc bin. Let me double check. I took a picture of it just in case because I knew that I was going to mess it up otherwise. It does say the line should be files equals 20. And path equals cbin. Oh, it should be a semicolon. Alright, and then save. And then exit. Alright, let's so I think we need to go into cdbgi. And then we want no. Readme. Installation. You must install. When you're running any example programs that come with project files, if you didn't use the standard directories when you installed Turbo C++, that's fine. That's not a problem. I guess I might need to dig up a Turbo C++ manual or something. Let's read the content of autoexec.bat and config.sys. Files on the disk. TC tour. Maybe we should just do the TC tour and see what we get. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Let's just go into bin. And then go with TC. Okay. Now if we open project, And we go up one more, and we go into Flats of Fantasy, General, PCX View. I think the issue is that we're running it in C instead of C++. Quit. You know what? Let's just do. Let's do this. Okay, the environment. Press any key to go on. Take a look at this panel. We see 4 colors. Type in your name. I'm gonna go in Timmy and press enter. Okay. Right there, miniature. Press Control to pop the navigator. F and B. Okay. Okay. Let's start with ID basics. Okay. Just type TC at the DOS prompt. The ID, hang on. Okay, the menu bar is the gateway to all the just press F10. Menus, okay. A dialog box. Window, the statues, tells you what you're doing. Yep. Press F10 to go to the menu. This is actually pretty cool. Like, just kind of reminds me of a Paradox Interactive tutorial. Press C or click compile to open a compile menu. Switch, go, escape when you're done. Okay. And then we do file open. Let's see all the files that start with that. The list box you can select. You can also type the first few letters. Type bug. Select bug heart. Okay. And we want to do search. Find. Let's check boxes. Close, cancel, and the help. Okay, cancel when you want to undo changes. Just press escape. Okay. Fast start. Omega temporary file called no name. Open the example file C. Press Alt F9. It has errors. Oh yeah, you forgot to close the thing. Okay, cool. On the jump, you straight to that. Okay. And then you go into the edit window with F6. Oh, okay. Fix the error. And do that. Control F9 to run. Okay. WO, window output. Okay, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Then window close. F10 file save. F10 file quit. This is the window. Okay, you can open edit windows with file open. You open all the other windows with the commands on the window menu. Oh, that's on the top left is a close box. Okay, that's good to know. Scroll bars. You can resize the window too. The zoom box. Edit is where you read and develop. Message is the messages and warning. Output window shows the output. User screen is the only place to see graphics. Okay. The watch window when you're debugging. Oh, Alt plus window number changes you to that window. That's good to know. Oh, okay. Click window list or F10 window list. Message. Okay, now message is the active window. Alt 1, and now you're in the edit window. Okay. Click size move. That's single border. Shift up or drag to resize corner. I don't know why the shifting is not working, but when you finish, press enter to go on. Oh. Okay. As you drag the title bar, you can just move the window. Okay. Use window zoom. Okay. Scroll from the keyboard, any cursor movement key, arrow, home, and page up, page down. Okay. Scrolling is fine. Okay. It was cool. But I don't know how helpful it was. So TC is the viewer. Let me try again opening somebody's project. I want to open this. And it's giving me errors. Why doesn't it have the standard files? What am I missing? Looks like I'm gonna have to dig a little more into this. Hold on. Alright, I finally cracked the code. So what was happening is that the include directories are not correct. And this is gonna be it for, I think, every single one of the entries in the project. Right, if I open Walkman and I look at option directories, they're all in D Borland C. And that's why it's not running. It's because it's looking for the standard C++ file into that folder. I think the solution that I'm going to do... I could, for every single project, manually go and fix it. But I think what I'm going to do is just install Borland C onto the D drive. Because that's the faster solution. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and tinker with that. I hope to be back soon with a working version of this. I'm probably gonna just put all this as a sort of separate tinkering extra feature video, and then we're gonna go back and give Timmy his time back before his friends come over. But I'm gonna find and install Borland C and report back. Well, as you can tell, we ran into a bit of an issue and had to format the disk. So, yeah. Yeah. It means we have lost all saves for Timmy on PC, including the 7th guest save. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, because I was planning on playing the 7th guest during the sleepover, but clearly not if we've lost the save. So, yeah. We'll give you an update once I've installed and reinstalled Borland C compiler and all that stuff. Alright, I formatted the whole thing. I've actually created a separate hard drive just so that we don't have to deal with this stupid, swear to God, of directories. Yeah, okay. I created a D hard drive, which was its own issue in the first place, because then I had to move the CD-ROM to the letter E and a bunch of issues like that. But whatever, it's been done. This way, you know, things just work. We're still in Turbo C++, but Borland C is installed and it's looking at the right things. But if I try to run it, it does create an error, which says that there's a tap mismatch in parameter color rex. That's because the function setPalette, apparently, needs to have two things. It needs to have a palette, register number, and a color. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, where in PCX is palette? Then how do I... S. So this is loading the palette. But I'm really looking for the... Here's the thing, this is the PCX class. I'm gonna move this to be capped correctly. Where are the PCX structs defined? That's what I can't quite figure out. The sprite is the sprite class. Let me see again. What's my message? It's the pcx.h file. That's what I need to find. Okay, so actually I want to open a way different thing. That's where it's gonna be, right? Yeah, that's definitely where it's gonna be. Okay, so what I actually want to go... Okay, so let's cancel this. Because I can't change drive letters from here. Let's go into the dust shell. Switch to D. And then I want to open... no. Alt F. Borland C. Include... Something that's letting me open? Borland C. CD include... The heck is in here? Alt F X. Dear with pause. There is no file called pcx.h. Where is the pcx.h? Or no, for that matter, where is screen.h? File location. It's kind of part of Deconio. So maybe it's somewhere in Deconio. But it's not letting me open these include files for some reason. DOS file dot alt file DOS shell. Edit conio.h. Oh, console input output. Okay. Yeah, this is not really giving me anything. What does the book say about pcx.h? pcx.h, where was it? Let's try running rainbow.cpp. Exit. Well, let me close this project. Yes. Let me open. Oh, except now I gotta fucking hell. I will say one of the things that I don't like about the Timmy thing is that I am not supposed to swear. Declaration is not allowed here. in function main. Why not? Oh, is it maybe a... Okay, let me check this. Declaration is not allowed here in function main. I wonder if it's just a syntax. Maybe the issue is with Turbo C++ that doesn't... It could be. What if I define the screen and then I let screen to be equal to that? Keep making that mistake. File save. Do you run now? No. Oh, it's the I. It's the I and J. Is that the problem? What if I just declare int ij? And then I remove that. Now it ran. Okay. Woo! So I think at least this version of it is not going to let you define things in for loops. That seems to be the problem. But hey, we got something to compile. Very exciting. So let's close this one. Let's try to see if we can debug this one. Here it just says set palette pcxbuff.palette. And so the thing is we need for that a palette register number and a new color value for palette registers. Oh, you know what? I'm not actually looking at. Where is... Feels like the set palette is something that's like deeper. It's like assembly level. Where would set palette show up in all of this? We're currently... What do we have open? We have open pcxview.cpp. We're trying to display the PCX. PCX buff is a PCX struct. So for some reason, our PCX struct is not correctly reading the palette. Color regs. Type mismatch and parameter color regs. Type mismatch and parameter color regs. And let me also add set palette. And I'm programming in DOS if that matters. You know, I don't know if this is I don't know if this is something that I can actually debug. Because I don't know what the function set palette is doing. That's my problem. Which function are we into? Void main. So it's the main PCX view. Oh, yeah, it's because there's arguments missing. The fuck? The fuck of buggy ass shit is this thing? Okay. Oh no. File. No. File save. Control F9. 2 errors. Did we define a set palette function? I don't remember us defining a set palette function. Maybe I should look at something like one of these other two things. I wish I could just find. Search again. Yeah, that's the only place where it pops up. So it's gonna be in one of the standard libraries. Let me look at dos.h. What's the, is it type dos.h? You just, ooh. Type, no, let's just do edit dos.h. Correct, xfcb country, does error, savage. Actually, I can search. That would be smart. Find, set, palette. Unable to find a match, okay. What about standard input output.h? Search, find, set palette. Unable to find. Like, it's gotta be colonia.h. Find, set palette. Unable to find it. What's the other one? Standard lib.h. Or screen.h. It feels like the location of screen.h should be in the project folder. Edit standard lib.h. Search, find, set palette. Okay. Alt FX. Oh, yeah, they're here. It doesn't look like it's in here, right? Yeah. And what was the other one that we screened? Edit screen.h. It's gotta be here. Fucking knew it. Carfar color regs. It's a pointer. No, I want search, find. Really? So it should just be a far pointer to the color registers. So is it maybe just the fact that you know what? Let me go back. Dust shell. Um, edit screen dot h. No. Search find color underscore regs. Search find. Is that the only spot? Oh, repeat less find. Yeah. Seems to be the only spot. Yeah, no more matches found. Okay. What does extern C mean as part of it? I am annoyed. So the thing that we feed to set palette should be a far character pointer. Let's try this. Maybe adding the fact that the thing is supposed to be far will do something to it. No, it's worse. Oh, it's card far, that's why. File save. Conflicting type modifiers. I think it's time to really learn what these far characters actually. But I think because it's... So, okay. Let me see. Let me see if I get this. The fact that this doesn't work the same way as edit is also messing me up. But Control F9. I want to send to it that. Nope. Still says type mismatch. Because we saw that set palette wants a far pointer to a color register. So to my understanding, that means that I should give to set palette the address of the palette. No, color regs is an address, and it's pointing to the value of color regs. Wait, hold on. Okay. Fucking pointers, man. This is the hardest thing about fucking C. The pointer is equal to the address at which the value is stored, but we can't use the dereference operator to obtain the value stored at that address. Second line creates a pointer of type integer called pointVar and uses the address operator to set this pointer equal to the address of int var. Okay, so and represents the address. Star represents I want the value at that address. So it's saying so color regs should be an address. I think. Oh, I accidentally. Turns out Alt FX also works to close Firefox. No, hold on. I still need. When we use the dereference operator in front of the name point var, it tells the compiler to treat point var as though it were a variable stored in the address currently stored in point var. Oh, you know what? Maybe okay. Because okay, what's the C address of an array? It's also the address of its first element. So if maybe type mismatch and parameter color rex. I remove that. I'm just trying to see. Keep tinkering with shit until it fucking works. Oh. Okay, you know what we do in these cases? We do the thing that we always do. We do cxbuff.palette. And then we hit pause. Why can't I ever see the full messages? This is starting to piss me off. Format and call to printf const char var function main. Oh, right. Wait, no. That? No. Also, pause is not something that it likes, and that's fine. Whatever, we can remove pause. Okay, you know what? This is the bad way of doing things. Watches. Add watch. Oh god, I already forgot what it's called. pcxbuff. Dot palette. Can you do that? No. Delete. Add pcxbuff. And Define symbol PCX buff. I don't understand how this watch thing works. Help. Index. Watch. Warnings where... Warning messages. Window. No. Not helpful. Debugger. This is source level debugger. Source debugging option in the debugger dialog box. Okay. Oh, evaluate modifier, sure. PCX buff. But let me put it here. See, the thing is that it doesn't stop there though. Can I foresee Turbo C++ ignore type mismatch? Oh, it must be maybe BGI? Let's look at the doc for BGI. Set palette. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Yeah, we do need two things. We need a color number and a color. This is for the 16-bit. No, okay. So we're sending it. Red, green, blue. It's for the 256 color. So I don't think it's BGI. What am I doing? What's the problem here? I thought I had gotten somewhere when they found the I just wish I could like go step by step through the whole compilation. Type mismatch and parameter color regs. Uh, no, I'm trying to find. I've lost the page that I found. I'm trying to figure out where that page was again. Yeah, it's probably gonna be in Borland graphics interface, right? That's what we're working with here. Set G mode. Do we have that? Here it's called set graph mode. And it uses graphics.x. Hmm. Yeah, here's the thing. So I'm finding something about this Borland graphics interface for DOS, but the thing is, again, I think this is a different function of set palette. Let me go back to the standard libraries. cdsys. No. Let's take the pause. No, right. No, it's not CD. It's DRP. BCD, virus, complex, conio. Direct, DOS. Maybe in graphics.h. Because we have realized that in screen.h, it's taking something from C. Extern C meaning. So this is declaring a function that is present in some other file. Except no, that's not how we're using this. Extern C makes a function name in C++ if C linkage compiler does not mangle the name, so that the client C code can link to use your function using a C-compatible header file that contains just a declaration of your function. Your function definition is contained in a binary format that's compiled by C++ compiler that the client C linker will then link using the C name. That actually then doesn't really do anything, right? Bar pointers. The far pointer makes it possible to point to addresses outside of the regular segment. What kind of messed up type mismatch are we working with here? That's the thing I can't wrap my head around. What else is in this directory? So here, okay, far just means we don't necessarily know the size of the thing, and we're gonna have to allocate it. So, what if, since we do know the length of it, why don't I just remove the far from set palette? It still says type mismatch. Let's try running it again, though. Why did that thing, like, suddenly work and then it stopped working? I don't... Oh, here. So, okay, what does this Turbo C++ debugger flashing? No. Turbo C++ debugger, how to use. I'm gonna pause the recording and watch a video that explains to me how the heck this works. I'm getting close to giving up, but... So the PCX image file contains the palette at the end. That's fine. That's part of version 5. But then what the actual fuck is happening here? What am I missing? What do I need to do to get this to compile correctly? Why is the type wrong? PCXBuff.palette should, because it's a struct, should point to the palette, the beginning of the palette. We saw no, don't save anything. Alright, we're holding the palette as a thing. Is it the way that we call struct? Is there something missing? No, you just call them with the periods. That's not the problem. What's a card type? Is it the type that's wrong? Each adapter includes a special set of 256 18-bit memory locations called color registers. The set palette assign a specific address to a far pointer. Okay, so hold on. There are two types of pointers with version of C and C++, near pointers and far pointers. Near pointers can only point at values within a 64K range. Far pointers can point at values anywhere in the first megabyte of the computer's memory. Compiling programs in certain memory models, such as the large model, which we'll use on programs in this book, all pointers are automatically made far pointers. It's fortunate because they often require a far pointer. You can use the far keyword to make a pointer a far pointer. So MKFP is a macro that points a pointer at a character value in that memory address. Clear screen is pointing at a screen address. So let's restore the far here. Okay. Color regs has to be defined as a constant somewhere. Probably in DOS.h. I'm actually looking at sort of a a sequel to this book by the same person called Build Your Own Flight Sim in C++. You know what? Let me quickly download this PDF and look at it. Because I'm wondering if maybe this is just. Because here's the thing, I found a diskette for it. It's gotta be for Flights of Fantasy because that's what it's named. But I hope I didn't mess up anything too badly in OBS when accidentally hitting Alt FS, Alt FX in it. Let's switch to D. Actually, Alt, search, find, color regs. No, unable to find a match. Word byte registers. If you're in Windows, it activates and deactivates a bunch of stuff. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. Maybe in graphics.h? So it's defining the palette colors. EGA colors are listed. EGA colors are listed. And styles and width for names, fill patterns. See, okay, here we have this set palette, which wants a color number and a color. But again, I don't think that's what we're doing. And we're not including graphics.h, right? That's kind of the point. We're only including no, I want to close this one. Window project. Why is it not opening shit? Project. Close project. Project. Open project. Oh, it's because now it moved me. Duh. Okay. Thus shall, let's switch to C. Exit. Project. Open project. PCX view. Window. Close. Window. Close. Window. Close. Window. Close. Window project. Okay. We're including the standard input-output, standard library, Conio, and DOS. And then screen.h and pcx.h are the one that we are building in. Is this goddamn book downloaded? No, it's still downloading. Internet Archive taking fucking forever. Set palette. Bar character pointer to the color registers. Argument for a function whose parameter is a pointer. C. I'm also starting to get like physically sick at sitting at the screen, so I might need to take a break just for it and just give up and I guess just have Timmy discover that his PC has been wiped. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Cause I don't know what else to do. God, my Wi-Fi is also absolute garbage for some reason. One of these pages loading. Nope, still loading up the book. So if I try to compile, there's an error. The error says type mismatch in parameter color regs. It says file declared the name function with a prototype and the name parameter could not be converted to the declared parameter type. Help on help. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to. Alt F1 previous topic. Ask close help. And that just sends me back to the menu. But here's the thing, the color registers are... Oh, I guess I still have it set to the first entry of the palette. Maybe is this? No. Operand expected and function. I mean, we're just trying shit at this point while I wait for things to download. It doesn't like that. Doesn't like that. This is defining PCX buff as a PCX struct, which is included in the PCX.h, right? Alt FD, edit PCX.h. Struct PCX struct contains a header, bar image, a buffer holding a compressed image, and a palette, and the compressed bitmap length. So when building a PCX struct, hold on just 1 second. Hold on just 1 second. I think, by the way, we're shifted by... No, we're not shifted by a page. Set a PCX file. Okay. Oh, I'm an absolute idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. Okay, hold on. Am I that fucking stupid? PCX view. Walk background.pcx. God damn it. So I completely fucked up. Well, okay, hold on. Because for the chapter... No, it still says to recompile the PCXU program, choose run to compile and execute the program. But what are you... What is that supposed to do if you don't feed it? Like you get to run PCXView with something. Like PCXview.exe is doing something, but you gotta feed it a PCX file. Right? So let's try just running Walkman. So let me close this project. Yes, I think so. Let me reopen the project. Let me open Walkman. This one, they say, you just run. You just run the program. So what the program does is that he's loading a couple of PCX objects. Let me also save this thing that I finally managed to download. Okay. But here's the thing. This program does the same thing. But that's just because I think they're oh god, did they just poorly explain what you're supposed to do? Walkman. What's the name of the PC? Let's just dear star.pcx. Walkman. So motherfucker! Oh, I am so mad. I am so fucking mad right now. Oh, I am so mad. I wasted, quite literally, 2 hours of my life because the directions that they gave were not good. Okay, where's the speed? I want to slow down the speed. Delay, const long delay. Let's add a 0 to it. Oh, let's add a 0 to it. So that doesn't do it. This is where I might need to actually CD general. Am I still in? Okay, I am still. Yes. Reload it. Yes. I still think. I wonder. Okay. Accidentally quit out, I think, instead. But yeah, that's not actually changing it. There's something stopping it from recompiling. What if I just delete walkman.exe? Yeah, okay, no, cd, cdtc / bin, let's load it up, file, else shell, cd flats of fantasy general. Okay, we're here. Let me reopen Walkman. No, there's still something that's not going. Show me again the project. What the fuck is within the screen.asm assembly language functions? Is the mistake in the fucking assembly language version? Is this is the fucking problem that he actually accidentally called the argument regs? Swear to God. Alt FD. Edit screen.h. File save, file quit. Return to the thing. Is giving it the register location, which is a double word. See, okay, he's defining this function. Set plet, car far, color regs, int first reg, int num regs. Blitzscreen void var buffer. Also, I don't know why I can't just edit. Yeah, this is the problem. There are arguments missing here. Oh, you motherfucker. Let me go. And I gotta sort of go. Need to keep going back and forth because I don't know how to get both of them out there at the same time. It's first reg, num regs, both integers, both regular. First reg, num regs. Okay, quit. File. Exit. Still saved, right? Yeah, okay. Exit this. Go back here. Fucking put in. Okay, let's compile it because it's gonna pop it up. Okay, set palette p6 palette 0256. Alt file, save, run. No, it's still unhappy. It still gives me a type mismatch in parameter color rex. In call to set palette car far int in function main. So okay. It has finally now downloaded the stupid book. So let me check it out. No, where is it? Good to me a folder. Let me temporarily close Flights of Fantasy and let me look at his follow up book. Something tells me this is going to be basically the same exact thing repackaged. It looks very familiar so far. Pointers just look the same. See, this is a fuck. Ooh. Ooh. That's what's happening. Well, no, it should still be consistent, right? If I got a floppy disk for this version of the book, it should still be consistent. And maybe it's the version of C. Does it say anything about the version of C that we're working with? Yeah, they want a Borland a C++ version 4.5 compiler. Okay. So I guess this is a CD. That's different. But it's not that different. Alright. So it's probably a version of Borland C version issue here. Which means I would need to either find the right disk or install Borland C++ version 4.5. Regardless, we have officially reached an impasse. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me going absolutely batshit insane trying to debug things when on old compilers when versions of C++ were still significantly changing, apparently. Um, and yeah, we're just the sad consequence of this is that Timmy's PC got reset, so I will do some sort of like in-universe explanation for it. Boy, that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. Yeah. So, I mean, hey, I guess you're that's fine. I guess I was thinking, like I said, I was thinking of playing Seven Guest and maybe finishing that, but I might just get back to the spot that I was at um, in the original video that I recorded with quote unquote Nick, um, and just take it from there. But in the meantime, thank you for your patience. This is Nick signing off, reminding everyone to let's keep retro playing and retro coding together.